Hi everyone, we're here today to have a conversation among friends. We've all been part of UNAM-Canada at a certain time, and we just want to chat a little bit about our experiences there. And we have Richie with us today with his headphones in blue.
Hi everyone.
Susana and Guy. Thank you for being here today with me to celebrate UNAM-Canada, its 25th birthday. We're just gonna wait like a couple of minutes just to see if people join us. And maybe Aranza, another student at UNAM, will be able to join us today. It's great seeing you, even if it's through the screen. Everything is like this lately. So I think Aranza won't be able to join us today, but maybe she will at some point. So maybe we can begin by introducing ourselves. Hi everyone, I'm Carolina. I was intern at UNAM from June 2017 to May 2018. Wow, that was very specific. And and after that, I was part of La Pandilla's last project. We ended rehearsals at the end of May, and tomorrow we'll be presenting the show, like this scenic digital performance. And Guy, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, obviously. So I won't be as precise as you have. So I haven't been, I don't know exactly the number of days or the exact date, but I started studying at La UNAM-Canada about 14 or 15 years ago. I'm not even sure, but a long time ago, when you were all in high school, probably. And then I started 3-4 years ago. I started also singing in the choir, and I started acting in plays, actually with you, Carolina. And then that was my first experiences in theater, especially in Spanish. And then also 3 years ago, I started teaching French as a second language to Pumas, to mostly Mexican students who come at La UNAM-Canada in the summer or in the winter. So I'm also a part-time teacher at La UNAM.
Yes. I had the privilege to be your student.
Yeah, I had the privilege to be your teacher too. Yes, indeed.
Susanna, would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. Hi everyone. I am Susana, and as well as Carolina, I was an intern at UNAM-Canada during the same time period. I was the librarian there, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
And Richie, what about you?
Hi Carolina. I was an intern of last year, UNAM-Canada's program. I was mostly in the technology department. I didn't have the pleasure to have Guy as my teacher, but I took English in the Puma courses, and I couldn't spend the full year program because the COVID, obviously. But I was in Canada for about 9 months.
Oh, that's great. And what are you doing like today? What's your life look like after your experience as interns, or in your case, Guy, as teacher, student, actor, singer? for instance, myself, I'm still in Canada. I stayed after finishing my internship at UNAM. I went to study a master's program at Queen's University in Kingston. And after that, I stayed to work for a while. And I will be going back to Mexico at the end of October. So it's been a while for me now. Oh, I'm looking at a picture of La Pandilla, the theater group of UNAM-Canada. I directed the group as part of my internship. And it was such a great experience, all the people there. And in the picture with the hat, you can see my partner. I met him at UNAM-Canada. Like UNAM-Canada left me with the love of my life. So it had a really great impact in my life. But what about you, Susana? What are you up to lately?
Well, after UNAM-Canada, I came back to Mexico and graduated finally. And I'm currently working at UNAM, but here in Mexico. Actually, my department is just like fusion, like made a fusion with another department of UNAM, and we are a new coordination. We will see in August what this news brings. I am very excited about that, and I hope that soon I will be able to go back to Canada to study my master's degree.
Oh, great. Do you have any university in particular where you want to study?
I have two, actually. One is the University of Alberta.
Oh.
Which is completely opposite to where we were back in 2017. And the University of Toronto, because I really, really love that city. When I was visiting Canada, I had the chance to be there several times.
Yeah. I remember your love for Toronto, so that still remains.
Of course, always. It's like Mexico City, but without, the crowded. Well, people say that it's crowded, but for me, it was not at all.
It's interesting because for me, I don't like Toronto because I think it's too big a city. But I guess if you're coming from CDMX, it's a tiny little city.
Have you been to Mexico City?
And what about you, Richie? I know it hasn't been a long time since you were at UNAM, but how has your life changed? What are you doing?
Oh, actually, I finished the program at the end of May. Now I'm taking kind of a break. I'm returning to past hobbies that I had, like the music, because currently I don't have a job. So I'm taking this time while I have a job. And I think I feel pretty comfortable. And that's one of the pictures with my choir teacher, Francois Gravel, and also with my friend Citlali. We were part of the choir of UNAM-Canada. And also that picture was of the 2nd of November, the festivities that took place in Canada. And this next is a pretty special picture because I really enjoyed the dog sledding. The winter in Canada is pretty rough, but I think it's pretty cool as well. And this was one of my favorite days because I don't know, the snow, the weather, the dogs, everything connected to be a perfect day.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, I also remember that trip with the dog sleds, and it was great. It's a great picture.
Oh, thank you.
Wonderful picture, yes.
And this one is also one of my favorites because I think it was taken by one of the photographers that were in Canada Day, in the Canada Day festivities.
Oh,
Yeah, and I found this picture in one of their presentations. I don't remember. There's an event that they do after Canada Day.
uh-huh.
They invite some people to have dinner, and I watched this picture in that place actually.
Oh, that's so cool. Wow.
Were
Yeah,
you
thank
a
you.
volunteer
Oh yeah,
in Canada?
I was a volunteer in Canada Day.
Mm.
Oh, that's so cool.
And what about you? What are you up to?
Me?
Yes.
Pretty boring actually. With the COVID, I lost all my Mexican friends. You guys all went back to Mexico, and I'm not teaching because the Pumas were canceled. There's no theater. Actually, we had the theater. There's the movie that you mentioned, Carolina, that we'll have tomorrow, and there's no choir. So basically, I do a lot of bicycling. I take care of my garden.
Oh, that's great.
Clean the house. The house is more clean. It's better clean than it's never been in my life. Yeah.
Oh,
But it's good. It's summer. At least we can go out.
yes. And are you looking forward to going back to UNAM at certain point?
Yes, as soon as possible. Well, there will be classes through Zoom also, so I've taken a few ones, and I decided to take a stop during the summer. I'll go back in September. This is a great picture. This picture I didn't take it actually. A former choir director who visited the UNAM a few years ago, Gabi Diaz, took that picture. I was in her French class at la UNAM in CEU in CDMX in Mexico, and thanks to my experience here at la UNAM-Canada, I was invited to a few classes in Mexico, and so I was able to speak with. This was an advanced class, more or less advanced class actually. They were really good actually French, and so it was a fantastic experience to be there actually, to be able to teach a bit and help the teachers, specifically on Quebecers cultures. It was a fantastic experience actually to be in CU with the students, so I quite enjoyed that.
Wow.
And when I go to Mexico, I know a lot of people. I know a lot of interns, former interns, and former Pumas, and they treat me really well when I go to Mexico. They take me to theater. We go mountaineering. We go eat all sorts of weird things in Mexican food. And so when the Mexicans come here, especially with the interns, los becarios, I try to take them out a bit. So one of the activities I have, which I really love, and I think they do too. This was a group from last year, and so I invited them, and then they decorated my Christmas trees, one outside of my house here on the balcony, and one inside my house. And so it was a good activity for them, and for me it was I just I sat down, put my feet on a stool, and looked at them, and then at the end of the day, I had 2 Christmas trees, so it was a fantastic experience.
It was a good deal.
Yep.
Everybody enjoyed themselves.
So it was good. Yep.
And can you share anything that had an impact in your lives, like from UNAM-Canada, from your experiences, that you can say until this day, what I've learned or what I went through really helped me somehow? Is UNAM-Canada is still part of your life?
I will start. Oh, Susanna, go ahead. Are you're unmuted, Susanna?
No, go ahead.
Okay, I will start. For me, it's fantastic. First, well, being at UNAM-Canada, I learned a new language. I learned a lot about cultures, because I hate saying I don't like talking about the culture of Mexico, because there are so many cultures in Mexico and also in Latin America. So I expanded my horizons on a lot of different cultures. Spanish cultures. So it was fantastic. But mostly, I was very fortunate. A few years ago, when I retired about 4 years ago. It was a bit sudden. Actually, my company laid me off, so I finally suddenly I didn't have work. And I must say, if I had not had La UNAM, it would have been really difficult. But with teaching, with the theater, with the choir, I was so busy that basically it was just a new life for me. So suddenly I went from not working to being engaged in all sorts of activities. And thank you, La UNAM, because it really helped me. It was fantastic. Yeah.
Wow. Susanna.
Well, that trip changed my life forever. Like, I think one of the most important lessons I learned there is that about this multicultural world. Now it's not the same to recognize your own traditions and everything, and then make the contrast with other cultures, including for me, for example, it was language that was most what impacted my life the most. Not only because I discovered my love for languages, but the how people talk, how people communicate, but not only with your oral skills, but also with through traditions, through even how people behave depending on where they are in the world. As we know, it's very different from how we behave in Mexico from people from Canada. So that kind of languages that are not really verbal, but to learn about how they impact our daily lives where we are, that was very important for me. Actually, I hope I can take a course on linguistics, but focus on social linguistics. So to learn how these languages impact our daily life, how it's very different for us. I remember that my roommates used to say that I apologize a lot, and that I say thank you a lot, and I was like, well, that's how we do it in Mexico. And they were very like, that's strange, that's weird for us in here. And then I started to recognize little handicaps I have in my own language that I didn't see before. So the cultural impact and to see how people behave in other parts of the world, that's what fascinates me, and I want to learn more about that. And that's what my trip and UNAM-Canada life that I hope I can do for the rest of my life.
Wow. No, yeah, and Richie, what can you tell us about the impact that UNAM-Canada had in your life?
Yeah, totally agree with Susanna and Guy. I think this experience is going to be with you all your life, and also the part that I enjoyed the most was the cultural impact, because you have like you only see like the top of the iceberg when you're visiting another place, but the more time you are there, the more things you learn. So when you meet new people, you learn more things, and I think that changes your perspective a lot, and that was the part that I enjoyed the most.
Wow. Well, thank you so much for sharing your experiences, for sharing all of these thoughts. And we just wanted to talk a little bit about this as I told you at the beginning, to celebrate UNAM-Canada and all the experiences that it had allowed to a lot of people, like for students, for teachers, for interns, for everyone. So thank you so much for being here and for all the people that's watching. And well, I think we're gonna end, and I hope to see you soon, all of you. Guy, I hope I get to say goodbye and give you a hug before I go back.
I
And
want one.
yeah. And Richie and Susana meet you in Mexico. So
Hopefully very soon.
sorry.
Hopefully
Yeah,
very
we
soon.
need to do an internship kind of party all together.
Yes,
All
yes.
the generations.
Yes, that would be cool. Let's organize that. So thank you so much. Goodbye, everyone.
It was
Thank
wonderful
you.
to see you
See
all.
you.
Bye bye.
Bye. Thank you for watching.
Bye.